Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be shedding light on the utmost worst way to travel around the world. So, what is the utmost worst way to travel around the world? Without further ado, without further delay, allow me to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. Lamentably, much to my dismay, much to my consternation, much to my chagrin, much to my agony, much to my grief, and much to my distress, the utmost worst way to travel around the world encompasses traveling around the world via airplane. Why, you may ask? Well, when you travel around the world via airplane, you pay a steep, staggering, hefty, exorbitant, lofty, sizable premium price to be able to do so. And in spite of that, you do not have access to any amenities, nor lodging, nor food. You're paying top dollar for minimal value. The value that airlines provide is infinitesimal. They just get you from point A to point B. And in the interim, in the interlude, it is a distressful experience. You are sedentary, you're indolent, you're idle, you are inactive. And because of that, it's going to be an inflammatory experience. It can induce blood clots. It can induce distress. It is not conducive to optimizing your house if you are sitting down for hours on end for a prolonged period of time. And you also have to deal with noisy, rowdy, boisterous travelers who are inconsiderate of other people. It is very uncomfortable. You are cramped in when you are traveling on a plane, and your ears can also easily become clogged, especially if you're flying at a high altitude. Furthermore, your luggage can get lost, and because you can only bring a small quantity of items onto the plane, you're more than likely going to have to buy the items you need abroad, which is going to amplify your travel budget even further, which is further going to rapidly deplete your travel budget, especially if you're paying top dollar in foreign countries for homogeneous products that you already have. If you want to bring more luggage onto the plane, you're going to pay top dollar to do so. Is it a racket? It is unfortunate how little value is furnished to the customers by the airlines. They should make more concessions. They should allow customers to haul more luggage onto the airplanes. That way customers will not have to rebuy products that they already have but will need during their travels. And the airplanes should have comfortable seating. They should be equipped with ample amenities. The costs of traveling around the world are steep, and if you're going to do so via airplanes, expect to pay top dollar to travel around the world, which renders it all the more unaffordable and cost prohibitive. It's just an uncomfortable experience. It is truly uneventful, non-stimulating, unexciting, dull, lackluster, banal, non-invigorating, and truly insipid if you're traveling around the world via airplanes. The airlines will not make dispensations. They will not be accommodating to you unless you're a first class passenger. But yet again, That's an expenditure that most people cannot afford to incur. Now, if you can afford to be a first class passenger, then the experience is extraordinary. However, it does not trump the experience that cruise lines can offer. On a cruise line, you have unfettered access to food, lodging, amenities, and entertainment, which are a part of the cruise vacation package. However, if you're traveling around the world via airplanes, then expect the experience to be dull, uncomfortable, distressful, and inflammatory. You're going to be sitting down for a prolonged period of time. Your rear is going to be severely, ineffably inflamed. Hopefully it doesn't induce varicose veins. Hopefully your veins do not become gnarled. Hopefully your blood flow is not impeded, nor stymied, nor decelerated. There are so many issues appertaining to sitting down for a prolonged period of time and never being able to partake in moderate exercises. On the plane, you're not going to be able to get up. If you do, you may get up once to go to the bathroom, but that's about it. But the experience is just so subpar, abysmal, direful, unpleasant, and truly deters me to ever want to travel in an airplane. The experience is just so abhorrent and wretched. It's so uncomfortable, to say the least. You're cramped in, your rear is inflamed, and you have access to no amenities on the airplane. If they furnish you with food, they may give you a negligible amount. If you have access to some entertainment, the choices are infinitesimal or subpar or inadequate. And if you want to utilize the internet or a phone on the airplane, you may have to pay top dollar to do so. There are just so many deterrents to travel if you're doing so via an airplane. It is by far the utmost worst way to travel. Now, if you can afford to charter a private airplane, if you could afford to be a first class passenger, then that will ameliorate your traveling experience. However, that even comes at a steeper cost. Not everyone can afford to charter an airplane. Not everyone can afford to be a first class passenger. And even if you could, it's not always a warranted expenditure, especially when you compare and contrast it to other traveling options for traveling around the world. Some people prefer to travel from foreign country to foreign country via an airplane. You can get you there faster than if you were to travel by a vehicle or by a cruise ship. However, it is a hassle to wait in long lines at airports, and it is a hassle to have to haul your luggage everywhere, and it is a Brobdingnagian setback when you can hardly bring any items on board an airplane, because that means that you have to buy them in foreign countries and subsequently pay top dollar for homogeneous products that you already have. Now, of course, you can check additional luggage on board the airplane, but if you exhaust that option, if you haul additional luggage onto the airplane, then you're going to even be paying more to be able to travel, and the fees are just exorbitant, steep, and enormous. So it just deters you to ever want to travel via an airplane. I hope that you deemed this video to be insightful and enthralling. Will you check on additional luggage, or will you forgo doing so? It is up to you. If you want to pay those additional fees, and you have the autonomy to do so. Once again, I hope that you found this video to be intriguing, mesmerizing, riveting, and captivating. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.